Listen every day. I am powerful. I am focused. I am unstoppable. The world bends to the will of those who believe in their own command. Every success begins not in chance, but in a deliberate affirmation of power. Say it until your mind accepts it. Repeat it until your spirit becomes unshakable. The weak wait for motivation. The strong create it through the relentless rhythm of I am not hoping, I am becoming. Every word is a seed, and every repetition is water. Feed your mind with dominance, not doubt. I am wealthy, I am disciplined, I am the master of my destiny. When others sleep in fear, I rise in faith. My thoughts build my empire, my affirmations fuel my destiny. The universe listens to conviction. It responds to certainty. I am not waiting for success, I am success. I am not chasing greatness, I am greatness. Every day I command, every day I conquer, every day I affirm, I am. The power of repetition shapes the subconscious mind. For what we consistently feed it becomes the blueprint of our destiny. Every word repeated with conviction, every phrase spoken with faith, carves a permanent mark within the unseen layers of our mind. The subconscious does not argue, it does not question, it obeys. It accepts every command you give it, whether that command leads to victory or defeat. Therefore, the words you choose to repeat every single day are not empty sounds. They are orders written into the law of your future. Repetition is not mere habit. It is the language through which the mind learns to believe. When you tell yourself, I am powerful, not once, not twice, but endlessly, the mind begins to shift, energy begins to rise, and your entire being starts aligning with that truth. The world you experience externally is nothing but the mirror of what you repeat internally. You cannot speak weakness and expect strength. You cannot declare limitation and expect freedom. Every I am that leaves your lips is a declaration to the universe, a vibration that commands all forces around you to take shape in your favor or against you, depending on what you affirm. The difference between failure and success often lies not in opportunity, but in inner repetition. The successful man repeats victory before he sees it. The defeated one repeats doubt until it becomes his reality. Understand this truth deeply. The subconscious does not respond to what you want, it responds to what you believe, and belief is formed through repetition. Repetition turns imagination into conviction, and conviction into manifestation. That is why you must guard your words as if they were gold. Every morning when you awaken, your mind is clay, soft, impressionable, ready to be molded. If you fill it with, I am strong, I am focused, I am destined for greatness, you set the tone for the day. But if you begin with, I can't, I'm tired, I'm not enough, you poison the soil of your mind before the sun has even risen. Each word you speak is a seed. The mind, being fertile ground, does not choose what to grow, it grows whatever is planted. Most people plant weeds of fear and wonder why their life blooms with frustration. The wise plant affirmations of power, success, and faith, and harvest abundance. I am are not just two words. They are a key that unlocks potential, ignites strength, and silences doubt. The great truth is that success is not born from extraordinary talent. It is born from extraordinary consistency. Repetition is the weapon of the disciplined, the foundation of mastery. You cannot master your craft without mastering your mind, and you cannot master your mind without mastering your words. Every time you say, I am unstoppable, you are rewriting the code of your reality. You are convincing the subconscious that failure is not an option, that doubt has no voice, and that destiny is within your control. Speak it even when you don't feel it. The emotion will come later, but the habit must come first. This is where most fail. They wait to feel powerful, or they speak power. But feeling follows faith, not the other way around. You must command your inner world before the outer world obeys you. Repeat your affirmations until they become your instinct, until even in silence your thoughts echo with strength. The greatest transformation happens not in a moment of excitement, but through daily discipline. One repetition may inspire, but 1,000 repetitions transform. The same way a river cuts through stone, not by force, but by consistency, so too repetition cuts through fear, doubt, and limitation. Every I am spoken in faith is a drop of power wearing away the old version of yourself. And one day you wake up realizing the words have become flesh. The affirmations have become reality. Success is not magic. It is repetition mastered. The subconscious builds your habits build your character, and your character builds your destiny. The power is in your tongue. Speak wisely, repeat deliberately, and believe relentlessly. The person who controls repetition controls transformation. So every morning, every night, every moment of doubt, repeat, I am powerful, I am focused, I am disciplined, I am abundant, I am unbreakable. These are not just words, they are your truth being written into existence. Keep repeating them until every cell in your body believes it. Keep repeating them until the world has no choice but to reflect it. The power of repetition shapes the subconscious mind, and through it, you shape the universe itself. I am affirmations command the universe through self-belief, for within those two words lies the purest form of creation. When you say I am, you are not merely speaking. You are declaring your identity to existence itself. You are setting in motion invisible forces that align with the vibration of your belief. The universe listens not to your wishes, but to your certainty. It does not respond to half-hearted desires. It responds to the voice that speaks with conviction. Every time you say, I am, you are defining who you are and what you will become. The weak say, I wish. The fearful say, I hope. But the powerful say, I am. And the universe moves to fulfill that command. The truth is simple yet profound. The universe mirrors your belief. It reflects your inner dialogue back to you in the form of circumstances, opportunities, and results. When you say, I am successful, you begin to act, think, and vibrate on the frequency of success. The mind starts scanning for evidence to match that belief. You attract people, ideas, and situations that align with it because energy recognizes its own kind. Every I am is a signal broadcast to the infinite field of potential, summoning experiences that confirm the reality you've declared. You become the architect of your destiny by the words you repeat and the faith behind them. Self-belief is not arrogance. It is awareness of your divine power to create. You were not born to be a spectator in life. You were born to be a commander of it. When you lack self-belief, you surrender control to chance. But when you affirm, I am capable, you take back the throne of your mind. You no longer wait for the world to validate you. You validate yourself. The moment you affirm something with absolute faith, every cell in your body begins to align with that truth. Your posture changes, your energy rises, and your subconscious mind starts seeking the path that leads to fulfillment of that command. That is why affirmations are not idle talk. They are instructions to your spirit and blueprints for your future. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary lies in the quality of one's self-talk. Most people sabotage themselves not because they lack potential, but because they repeatedly declare limitation. They say, I am tired, I am unlucky, I am not good enough. And the universe, obedient and neutral, simply says, as you command. Then they wonder why life seems heavy, why doors remain closed. They have unknowingly programmed air reality through their own words. The wise, however, use the same power differently. They awaken each morning and declare, I am strong, I am prosperous, I am chosen, I am unstoppable. They speak it before they see it because they understand that faith precedes evidence. The world begins to shape itself around their declarations. Opportunities appear not by chance, but by command. The universe is a mirror reflecting your inner state. It cannot give you what you deny yourself. The law is unwavering. What you affirm, you become. There is no greater power than to believe in yourself so completely that doubt finds no home within you. When you believe, truly believe, the impossible bends to your will. Your words become flesh, your dreams become form, and your vision becomes your life. But the key lies in persistence. Saying I am once is not enough. You must live it, breathe it, repeat it until it becomes the only truth your mind accepts. Every repetition strengthens your belief, and every belief strengthens your command. You are not repeating to convince the universe. You are repeating to convince yourself. For once the self believes, the universe obeys without hesitation. The greatest men and women of history did not wait for proof of their power. They declared it first. They said, I am destined, long before the world recognized them. Their belief drew circumstances that matched their inner certainty. That same power lives within you now. The universe has no favorites. It has only laws. It gives to you what you believe you deserve. When you affirm, I am worthy, you rise to meet that standard. When you affirm, I am confident, you speak with authority that demands attention. When you affirm, I am abundant, you stop chasing wealth and start attracting it effortlessly, because abundance recognizes its reflection in your vibration. Every I am carries energy, creative energy that shapes the unseen into the seen. Your voice is a divine instrument. Your belief the hand that plays it. You must understand this. You are not begging the universe, you are instructing it. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are the author of circumstance. Every affirmation is a sentence in the story of your destiny. If you want to change the ending, you must change the script. Speak only what you wish to become and silence everything that weakens your spirit. When fear whispers you can't, answer boldly, I am unstoppable. When doubt says it's not possible, declare, I am already becoming it. The moment you believe your words, the universe has no choice but to rearrange itself in your favor. So say it, live it, repeat it. I am powerful, I am focused, I am limitless, I am success itself. Let these words become the heartbeat of your life. For I am is not just affirmation, it is creation. And the one who masters self-belief becomes the master of the universe's response. Success begins with a mental declaration before physical action, because every great achievement first exists as a thought, a decision, a silent command made within the depths of one's mind. The world you see is nothing more than the physical expression of inner conviction. Before a mountain is climbed, the climber must first decide that he will not stop until he reaches the top. Before an empire is built, the builder must first see it standing in the theater of his imagination. The mind is the blueprint. The body is merely the instrument. Until you make a firm declaration within yourself, no action has direction, and no effort carries power. Thought is the seed of destiny, and declaration is the moment that seed breaks open to grow. When you declare success, you shift your identity from the uncertain dreamer to the determined achiever. You tell your subconscious, this is who I am, this is what I will become. And that internal decision becomes the compass for every move you make. Action without mental commitment is like a ship without a captain. It may move, but it will doctor if without purpose. Every great success story begins not with a plan, but with a decision so strong that failure ceases to be an option. The mind declares victory before the battle begins. It commands, I will, when the rest of the world says, you can't. The moment you make that inner declaration, everything begins to change. Your energy rises, your focus sharpens, and your thoughts begin to align toward the chosen goal. You start attracting ideas, people, and circumstances that reflect that decision, because the universe responds to certainty. The power of a declaration lies not in words alone, but in the faith that fuels them. When you declare something with unshakable belief, the mind stops entertaining alternatives. It begins to move mountains quietly through persistence, through invisible effort, through the law of vibration that matches inner intent with outer reality. You cannot act like a winner until you think like one. The weak wait for confidence before declaring their path, but the strong declare their path until confidence arrives. The declaration is the spark that lights the fire of momentum. Every invention, every masterpiece, every revolution was born from someone's inner voice saying, "It shall be done." The world may not hear it at first, but the universe does, and it conspires to prove it true. The declaration changes your relationship with possibility. It transforms doubt into direction and fear into fuel. When you decide with absolute clarity that you will succeed, hesitation dies. There is no more if, only when. That shift alone is enough to rewrite the story of your life. Your words become orders to your subconscious, and your subconscious works day and night to turn them into form. This is why your first act toward success must always be internal. Before you move your hands, move your mind. Before you take action, take ownership. Declare it with power. I will win, I will rise, I will not stop. Say it until your spirit accepts it as law. The world bends to those who know where they are going. Those who waver are forgotten. Those who declare are remembered. The greatest tragedies in life are not failures, but the dreams that die unspoken. When you fail to declare your intent, you deny yourself the permission to rise. But when you stand in conviction and speak your success into existence, you activate a force far beyond ordinary strength, the power of unwavering purpose. That purpose gives birth to discipline, and discipline brings the declaration to life through daily action. Words without action are empty, but action without declaration is blind. The two must unite. The mind must command, and the body must obey. Every day, renew your declaration. Speak it before the world tries to silence you. Speak it before doubt tries to return. Success is not built overnight. It is built each morning when you remind yourself who you are and what you will achieve. You must declare it in the face of obstacles, not after they disappear. You must speak it when no one believes, when no one sees, when the odds seem impossible. That is when your declaration carries the most power. It is easy to speak confidence when life is easy. True power is speaking victory when your back is against the wall. In that moment, the universe listens closely, for it knows you are serious. Once your mind decides, your life must follow. It has no other choice. The body obeys the commands of belief. You will take the steps, find the strength, and create the solutions that align with your declaration. That is how success is built, from within outward. The external is only the echo of the internal. The world cannot deny a person who has decided within their soul to win. When your inner declaration is firm, the obstacles in your path become tools, not barriers. Every challenge becomes confirmation that you are on the right track. Every setback becomes a lesson sharpening your will. Declare it. I am destined for greatness. Declare it until your thoughts, words, and actions all carry the same vibration of certainty. Do not ask for success, command it. Do not wish for victory, expect it. For the moment you declare it with absolute faith, you set into motion an invisible chain of events that lead inevitably toward its realization. The power of success does not begin with the hands. It begins with the mind's decision to never give up. When you master that decision, the world becomes clay in your hands, ready to be shaped by your will. So make your declaration now with fire in your heart and clarity in your spirit. I will rise, I will succeed, I will fulfill my purpose. Let that be the foundation of every step you take. For success begins not when you start moving, but when you decide within yourself that nothing will stop you. Every spoken word builds or destroys your future, because your tongue is the architect of your destiny. The words you speak are not harmless sounds. They are commands that shape the invisible energy surrounding you. Each syllable carries vibration, and vibration creates form. What you repeatedly declare with your mouth becomes the pattern your life follows. When you speak with faith, confidence, and power, you build pathways to opportunity and strength. When you speak with doubt, fear, and limitation, you build walls that block your own progress. Your words are not just communication, they are creation. The universe listens to what you say and mirrors it back in the form of events, people, and outcomes that match your frequency. You are either constructing a palace of purpose or digging a grave of failure with your speech. The truth is, your future is hidden in your daily vocabulary. Every "I can't," "I'm not enough," or "it's too hard" is a brick in the fortress of defeat. Every I will, I am capable, and nothing can stop me is a pillar in the temple of success. You may not realize it, but your life today is the echo of words you've spoken in the past. You built this reality word by word, thought by thought, affirmation by affirmation. Your words declare what you expect, and expectation attracts its own fulfillment. The mind takes your language as law. It doesn't separate truth from sarcasm, hope from hopelessness. If you constantly speak failure, your subconscious works to make it real, because it believes that's what you want. The power of speech is the power of self-programming. The one who controls their words controls their destiny. This is why masters of success are masters of speech. They never speak carelessly. They understand that every word is a seed, and the universe is always fertile. You plant by speaking, you harvest by living. Speak weakness, and weakness grows. Speak greatness, and greatness appears. It's that simple, yet so few truly grasp it. Many blame fate, luck, or circumstance, when in truth they have cursed their own path through the language they use every day. Every complaint is a confession of limitation. Every negative word is permission for struggle to stay. But every affirmation of strength is a declaration of sovereignty. When you say, I am powerful, you are commanding the universe to recognize your strength. When you say, I am blessed, you are aligning yourself with gratitude and abundance. But when you say, I am tired of this life, you are instructing your reality to reflect fatigue, resistance, and lack. The law of speech is eternal. You receive what you repeatedly declare. Your tongue can either be your greatest tool or your greatest trap. Most people don't fail because they are weak. They fail because they speak weakness until it becomes their identity. You cannot talk defeat and live victory. You cannot speak scarcity and live abundance. You cannot declare doubt and expect faith to appear. Your mouth must align with your vision, or your vision will collapse under contradiction. Speak only what you want to see, and silence everything that doesn't serve your future. This is not mere positive thinking. T is mental construction. Every great empire began as a spoken idea, and every great downfall began with words of fear. History is written by those who dare to speak power into existence. You must become one of them. Before your circumstances change, your language must change. The poor speak of struggle, the average speak of survival, but the great speak of purpose, progress, and power. They guard their words like treasure, knowing that the mouth reveals the mind and the mind creates the world. Your mouth is the gatekeeper of your destiny. What you let pass through it determines what comes back to you. When you speak, you give energy direction. Words backed by belief are like arrows. They hit their mark with precision. That is why silence is sometimes better than negativity, because silence holds potential, while negative speech holds destruction. The most dangerous words are not the ones others say to you. They are the ones you say to yourself. Your inner dialogue is the script your subconscious performs without hesitation. If that script is filled with fear, you will attract situations that confirm your fears. But if that script is filled with power, faith, and determination, life will rise to meet your strength. The future is listening to every word you speak today. When you say, I will rise, the universe begins preparing the stage for your ascent. When you say, I will overcome, the strength you need begins to form within you. But when you say, I can't, that same universe shuts doors that could have opened. The energy follows command. It is obedient, not selective. That is why you must speak life even when surrounded by struggle. Speak victory even when facing defeat. Speak abundance even when in lack. Because what you declare consistently will eventually manifest. It may not happen overnight, but every repetition strengthens the foundation of the world you are building. Your words are your tools, and your mind is the builder. You are constructing your future with every sentence that leaves your lips. Build carefully. Build boldly. Build with purpose. When doubt comes, answer it with faith. When fear whispers, drown it with I am unstoppable. When failure mocks, declare, I am greater than my circumstances. These are not empty statements. They are spiritual commands. The universe rearranges itself to obey those who speak with certainty. You have the authority to design your destiny, and your words are the blueprints. So speak as if your success depends on it, because it does. Every spoken word builds or destroys your future. The choice is yours. Speak power and you create power. Speak greatness and you embody greatness. Speak truth and you live in strength. Let your words be the instruments of creation, not the weapons of destruction. For the mouth that speaks faith builds a life worth living, and the one that speaks doubt builds a cage of its own making. Choose wisely, for your future is listening to every word you say. Confidence is not found. It's created daily through self-talk, because no one is born believing they can, they decide they can. Confidence is not a gift from the world. It is a structure you build brick by brick with your own words, thoughts, and beliefs. Every time you tell yourself, I can do this, you are laying a stone in the foundation of unshakable self-trust. Every time you say, I am capable, you are adding strength to the walls of your inner fortress. The mind is a mirror. It reflects back what it hears most often. If you speak weakness, it will believe you are weak. If you speak power, it will rise to your command. Confidence is a daily construction project of the soul, something forged through repetition, discipline, and conscious dialogue with yourself. You cannot wait for life to make you feel confident. You must speak confidence into existence, even when you feel fear pressing against your chest. The truth is, everyone has doubts. The difference between the timid and the powerful is that the powerful refuse to let their doubts have the final word. They rewrite their fears in the language of strength. They wake up each morning and remind themselves who they are and what they are capable of. They talk to themselves with intention. The weak listen to their thoughts. The strong speak to them. That is the great secret. Confidence is not the absence of doubt. It is the mastery of it through deliberate self-talk. Every word you speak to yourself either builds you or breaks you. The voice inside your head can be your greatest ally or your deadliest enemy. You must learn to train it. You must command it. When it says you can't, respond with, I always find a way. When it says you're not ready, answer, I am becoming ready through every step I take. That dialogue is how you build mental muscle. Confidence grows when you discipline your inner voice to serve your goals instead of your fears. It's not a single burst of motivation. It's a habit, a ritual, a daily practice. Just as your body grows stronger through exercise, your confidence grows through repetition. Every positive affirmation is a rep for your mind. Every time you replace doubt with belief, you're training your subconscious to trust you. And once the subconscious believes, your behavior follows naturally. You walk differently. You speak with more authority. You act with purpose instead of hesitation. That transformation doesn't happen by chance. It's sculpted through self-talk. Confidence doesn't come from applause, approval, or recognition. It comes from the quiet conversations you have with yourself when no one is listening. If you keep waiting for someone else to validate your worth, you'll always feel incomplete. But when you begin validating yourself daily, you no longer need the world's permission to shine. The power of confidence lies in the words, I am. Whatever follows those words becomes your truth. Say, I am strong, and your mind begins to look for proof of your strength. Say, I am capable, and suddenly your energy shifts toward action. The more you affirm it, the more your identity aligns with it. That is the alchemy of confidence, belief transforming into reality through repetition. You cannot fake true confidence, but you can build it until it becomes second nature. Speak it before you feel it. Act it before you believe it. And one day you'll realize you've become the person you were affirming all along. The greatest mistake people make is waiting for confidence before taking action. But action is not the result of confidence, it is the source of it. The more you do, the more you believe you can do. Every small victory whispers to your subconscious, see, you are capable. That whisper, repeated through self-talk, becomes a roar. You begin to stand taller, move faster, and think sharper. The world responds differently because you're vibrating at a different frequency. one of assurance, purpose, and certainty. You are no longer chasing confidence, you are radiating it. But this transformation only comes when you stop letting negative self-talk control you. The mind will always test you. It will throw old insecurities in your path, remind you of past failures, and try to convince you that you are not enough. In those moments, your words are your shield. You must speak louder than the doubt. You must override the voice of fear with the voice of faith. Tell yourself, I've overcome worse. Tell yourself, I am prepared for this. Tell yourself, nothing can stop me. Each declaration is a strike against uncertainty. Confidence is not arrogance. It is alignment. It is knowing your worth without needing to announce it. It is walking into a room without comparison, because your power comes from within, not from others. And that inner power is built, maintained, and expanded through intentional self-talk. Every day is a new chance to reinforce it. The morning is your foundation. How you speak to yourself when you wake determines how you move through the day. Don't start your mornings with doubt. Start them with direction. Don't rehearse your fears. Rehearse your victories. Tell yourself what you will do, what you will achieve, what you are becoming. Speak those words like a warrior sharpening his blade, because the day will challenge you, but a prepared mind cannot be broken. Remember this, your words are tools. Build yourself daily with them. Carve out confidence, sentence by sentence, affirmation by affirmation. The world belongs to those who believe they belong in it, and that belief is created through consistent self-talk. No one can give you lasting confidence because no one can control your thoughts except you. So take that power back. Speak life into your soul. Tell yourself you are powerful, capable, disciplined, worthy. Say it until your bones believe it. Say it until your actions prove it. Because confidence is not found, it's created daily, in the quiet moments when you choose to believe in yourself louder than the world doubts you. Wealth, power, and success respond to inner conviction, not wishful thinking, because the universe does not reward idle hope. It rewards unwavering belief backed by deliberate intention. Most people wish for success but never believe deeply enough to deserve it. They speak of dreams yet carry doubt in their hearts, hoping for change while expecting failure. That contradiction is what keeps them trapped. Conviction, on the other hand, is a force, an unshakable certainty that bends reality to its will. When you possess true inner conviction, your energy changes. You no longer hope things will work out, you know they will. That knowing radiates through every word, every movement, every decision you make. The world feels it. Opportunities sense it. People respond to it. Wealth, power, and success are drawn not to the desperate, but to the decisive, to those who have already made the internal choice to rise. Conviction is the magnet of destiny. It is not arrogance, it is awareness of your own creative power. You cannot attract abundance while believing you are unworthy of it. You cannot command power while fearing responsibility. You cannot build success while secretly expecting failure. The law is simple. You receive what your inner state declares you deserve. Wishful thinking is weak. It pleads, it waits, it doubts. Conviction commands, it acts, it persists, it expects. One is fantasy, the other is faith in motion. You cannot stand in both. Either you believe or you do not. The universe aligns itself with those who are sure. When you move with conviction, hesitation dies. Every step you take is rooted in certainty, not curiosity. You no longer ask, will this work? You decide, this will work because I will make it work. That level of faith is what creates momentum, and momentum builds empires. The people who shape history are not the ones who hoped. They are the ones who declared. They saw success in their mind long before the world recognized it. Their conviction was so strong that reality eventually surrendered to it. You must understand, life is not testing your talent. It is testing your belief. Talent without conviction is wasted potential. But conviction without talent will eventually create talent, because the mind that believes refuses to stop until it becomes capable. Wealth flows to the one who believes in abundance. Power gravitates to the one who believes in their authority. And success belongs to the one who refuses to question their purpose. Conviction is energy in its purest form. It turns invisible thoughts into visible results. The moment you decide that you are meant to win, every cell in your body starts working toward that truth. Your subconscious begins scanning for opportunities, your intuition sharpens, and your perception expands. You start noticing what you once ignored because you now believe you deserve more. That is the secret difference between those who struggle and those who rise. The inner dialogue that defines what he think they're worthy of receiving. Wishful thinkers speak of someday. The convicted speak of now. They act as if success is already theirs because in their mind it is. This is not delusion, it is creation. Conviction makes the unseen seen through relentless focus and unbreakable belief. Every obstacle becomes fuel instead of failure. Every rejection becomes redirection. You cannot defeat a person whose conviction has been forged through faith. They may bend, but they never break, because their outcome is already decided in their heart. You see, the universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you believe. And belief, when pure and unwavering, becomes command. That is the language wealth, power, and success understand. They do not respond to emotional begging. They respond to energetic certainty. The mind is the command center, and the world is its obedient reflection. If you declare weakness, life will show you weakness. If you declare strength, life will match your power. That is why true achievers never allow doubt to live within them for long. They confront it, destroy it, and replace it with faith. Every time you say, I will succeed, you reinforce a vibration that tells the universe to move in your favor. But every time you say, I hope this works, you tell the same universe to hesitate, because your energy is uncertain. Conviction is not built overnight. It is trained through repetition, discipline, and experience. Each time you act despite fear, you strengthen it. Each time you speak your vision aloud with belief, you solidify it. You must become your own proof long before results appear. Faith comes first, evidence comes later. That is the path of the powerful. Do not wait for signs, be the sign. Do not ask for permission, give it to yourself. Every master of success began as an individual who decided internally that nothing could stop them. They saw their destiny before anyone else did, and they walked toward it as if it were already written. That is conviction in motion, the unwavering state of being that transforms dreamers into doers and doers into legends. Wealth, power, and success are not prizes you chase. They are reflections of what you believe you deserve. When your inner conviction becomes stronger than your fear, the external world has no choice but to yield. You attract what matches your certainty. The universe respects clarity. It resists confusion. So speak with authority, move with intent, and live as though you already possess what you seek. Your conviction must not waver even in darkness. When challenges come, and they will, hold your ground. Say to yourself, this test is proof that I am close. The storm always appears before the breakthrough because conviction must be tested before it can be trusted. But if you stand firm, the storm will pass, and your power will expand. Every trial strengthens the belief that built you. Every moment of doubt overcome adds steel to your spirit. Remember, wishful thinkers dream of success. The convicted create it. So stop wishing, stop waiting, and start declaring. Decide who you are. Decide what you deserve. Speak it until your mind accepts it as fact. Act as if it cannot fail, because failure only exists where conviction is absent. Wealth, power, and success are not earned by chance. They are commanded by belief. And once your conviction becomes absolute, the universe itself must obey. Discipline in thought equals mastery in results, because every outcome in life begins first as a single controlled idea. The mind is the command center of all creation, and until it is trained, no lasting success can be achieved. Undisciplined thoughts scatter energy. Disciplined thoughts concentrate it into power. A person who cannot control what they think can never control what they produce. The greatest victories are won not on battlefields or in boardrooms, but within the private chambers of the mind. Thought is the seed of every action, and when your T's are disciplined, your actions become precise, your focus sharp, your execution flawless. Mastery is not a miracle. It is a consequence of mental control. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stagnant lies not in talent, but in how they direct their minds. The undisciplined thinker allows emotions, fears, and distractions to govern their focus, while the disciplined thinker commands their attention like a soldier on duty. They do not permit negativity to linger or doubt to take root. They replace every weak thought with one of strength. That is the essence of mental discipline, choosing your thoughts the way a warrior chooses his weapons, knowing that the wrong one could destroy him. Every thought is a force, and undirected force becomes chaos. But when you discipline your thinking, you turn chaos into clarity. You begin to move with purpose. You stop reacting and start creating. The world may remain unpredictable, but your mind becomes steady, unmoved by circumstance. That steadiness is what produces mastery. The disciplined mind does not wander in confusion or drift into procrastination. It acts in alignment with vision. It knows where it is going and refuses to entertain anything that does not serve its purpose. Every successful individual has trained their mind to obey, not to argue. The body obeys the mind, but the mind must first obey the will, and the will is strengthened only through discipline. You must learn to command your attention, to focus on one thing until it bends to your mastery. The greatest power lies in sustained concentration. Most people never reach greatness because their thoughts are scattered. They start a goal, then abandon it at the first sign of resistance. They allow distractions to dictate direction. Their mind is their enemy, not their ally. But those who master their thoughts master their results. They are deliberate, consistent, unshaken. They can hold one vision in their mind for years until it manifests. That is the secret of every genius, every conqueror, every builder of empires. They think with precision, and because their thoughts are